Sandy Bryan again at the Greater Palm Harbor YMCA outdoors in our fancy, elaborate parking lot. And I want you to make sure you read the disclosure at the bottom of the screen. So we're going to start out with some victory breath before we come down. So in a victory breath, remember, we need to settle our monkey minds with what's happening in the world. First, we're going to bring our hands into prayer. Drop our head, chin down into our chest. Push our palms together and push them as firmly as possible. And then relax them. And then push your palms together as firmly as possible. And relax. And now push one more time, really hard, push, 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 push. And exhale, let go. So in a victory breath, it's a draw in the breath through the nose and exhale out through the mouth. And kind of like you're trying to blow into a mirror, you're trying to put that breath where you blow your breath into a mirror really deep. So inhale through the nose and deep exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Really blow it out all the way down deep in the lungs. Inhale through the breath. Pull the breath in deep, deep, deep. And open your mouth. Exhale, push it out. Draw the breath, inhale. Exhale, push it out. And one more time, inhale. And exhale. Deep, 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 exhale. Good job. All right, go ahead and roll to your backs. Good morning, Joe. So you can hear parking lot noise. So resting on your backs, go ahead and bend your knees, separate your feet, and bring your knees together. Bring one hand to your abdomen, one hand to your heart. Connect with your internal you. And release that. Bring your arms out to a T. Walk your feet together. Take a deep inhale breath. Exhale your knees to the right and roll your head to the left. See if you can stack your feet on top of each other and flex your feet. Pull your toes towards your shin bones. Inhale, draw the navel in, rotate your head and knees back to center, and exhale to the other side. Knees go to the left, head rolls to the right. Inhale, bring yourself back to center, come into cactus arms. Coming into your people poses. Feet are hip width apart. Exhale your knees to the right, roll your head to the left. Inhale yourself back to center and exhale to the other side. Keeping the feet hip width apart. Letting go of the vertebrae, the lumbar. Inhale, bring yourself back to center. Separate your feet as wide as the mat. Extend your arms overhead. Exhale your knees to the right. Roll your head to the left. Same thing again. Inhale, draw the navel in, rotate your head and knees back to center, and exhale to the other side. Take a deep inhale breath. Exhale, bring your knees back to center. Bring your arms back down by your side. Walk your feet over to the left side of the mat, both feet. Keep your bottom in the center. Rock your knees over to the right. See if you can bring the knees down to the center line of the mat. Then walk your hands down the mat so your shoulders come away from your ears. See if your thighs can come together and maybe touch the knees down to the mat. So now your hips are stacked on top of each other. Take your top left hip and push it a little more to the right. And then cinch it back up and push it more to the right again, keeping your knees stationary, and bring it back. Inhale the knees and head back to center. Keep your feet on the left side of the mat. Exhale your knees to the left. Roll your head to the right. See if you can stack the feet on top of each other again and flex the feet. Now take your right hip and push it over to the left and cinch it back. Inhale, push it forward, cinch it back. And last time, push your hip forward and bring it back. Push into your arms and the back of your arms. Draw your knees back to center. Walk your feet over to the right side of the mat. Keep your bottom in the center. Try not to move the bottom. Exhale the knees to the left. Roll your head to the right. Stacking the feet, flexing the feet, squeezing the legs together and trying to tip the knees down. Inhale, push your hip forward, top hip. Exhale, cinch it back. Push the hip forward, cinch it back. And last time, push it forward. Beautiful, cinch it back. Inhale the knees back to center. Keep your feet on the right side. Roll your knees to the right. Stack your feet, stack your knees, flex your feet. Walk your hands down away from your shoulders if they've cinched up. Take a deep inhale breath. Deep exhale. And inhale, push your left hip to the right. And pull it back. And push it forward. And bring it back. And push it forward. And bring it back. Good job. Stay right here. Take your right hand and cradle your head. Slide your bottom to the middle of the mat, but keep your legs together. Kind of cinch your bottom over to the middle of the mat. Good. So now you're going to take your left hand in front of your chest. Top hand in front of your chest. Your right hand is underneath your head. Left hand in front of your chest. And you're going to pull your knees as close to your chest as possible. Pull in. Let them rest down on the ground, but they're pulling in close to your chest. You're on your side. Now you're going to take your left hand and grab your left knee and pull it into chest. You'll remember this pose back when we used to meet in a big room with 70 and 80 people. Life is so different. Now you're going to take your left hand and maybe grab your left foot. And then you're going to maybe cinch your right thigh into your chest closer. Stack your knees on top of each other. If you can't grab your foot, that's okay. Hold on to your shin or your knee. Now you're going to take your right elbow, right arm, lift your head 1 inch off the floor, and then pull your elbow towards your knee, supporting your head, bringing your chin into your chest, making a tight little ball. Once you get there, lower back down and rest. Hold there. From here, you're going to release your left hand from your leg, push your feet together to the back of your mat. So your bottom is in the middle of the mat, you're still on your side, and now you push your feet to the back of the left side of the mat. The knees are down on the mat, your feet are in line with your knees, they're not up by your bottom yet. Good, now start to slide your feet further behind you, bend the knees a lot. And maybe with your left hand, you can grab your left ankle or your neighbors if they're closer. Oh, right, they're not. We're social distancing. And then you're going to tilt your chin up, bring your head up, and bring your elbow to face the top of the mat. Get a big arch in the lumbar and thoracic and cervical. So the head is supported by the right arm on the mat. The knees are pulled back as far as you can. Push your belly forward. Whoever says that, push your belly forward. You can in yoga. Then you can be a Buddha. He's got a belly. And gently unwind. Good job. So you're going to inhale your knees back to center, roll to your back body, and rock your knees from side to side. Just rock your knees from side to side. You're going to roll to your left side, your other left. Cradle your head. Bottom is in the middle of the mat. Pull your knees up into your chest. Push with your top hand. Take your top hand and grab your knee. Pull it up. Then maybe bring the bottom knee to meet it. And then maybe grab your heel or foot on the top leg. Lift your head up with the supported arm. Draw your chin into chest. Pull the elbow down to face your knees. Round the back. Lower everything back down. Hold on to the foot or the knee and rest. Somebody turn the air conditioner on. See if you can bring your chin any tighter. Round the cervical. Beautiful. Release your top hand, bring it in front of you. Lift your head, bring it to neutral. Slide your feet to the back of the mat. Keep the feet stacked, bring them as far as you can to the back. Now bend your knees and try to grab your right top ankle. Bring your heels towards your bottom. Push your hips forward, push your belly forward. Lift your head, draw your elbow to the top of the mat, look to the top of your mat. Lower yourself back down. Get that big, beautiful arch in the back body. Take a deep inhale breath. Deep exhale, release your top hand, bring it over to the mat, come roll right on over to your belly. Coming right up into Sphinx pose, we're gonna do some McKenzie series. So elbows are directly underneath the shoulders, tops of the feet are flat to the mat if you can. And then just gonna draw your head back. Push into your forearms, pull the head back, and then push forward a little bit. And inhale, pull back, and exhale, push forward. Beautiful. From here, you're going to extend your right arm out and your left arm out. Now you're going to be up high on your hips. If you're not sure, look at me. And you're come up high. So your hands in the front of your mat. And now bend your elbows and come down. And inhale, lift back up so that just the elbows are coming down, head staying up, looking forward, and slowly lowering. And inhale, lift up. Hold in the lift, bring your hand, one handprint back, one at a time. Try to keep the bend out of the elbows at first. You're way up high, your arms are straight. And the same thing again, look forward and bend the elbows. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bend. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bend. Come all the way down. Hand over hand in crocodile. Rest. From here, you're going to bend your knees and rock your feet from side to side. And lower your feet back down. Coming into Cobra, hands directly underneath the shoulders. Bring the big toes to touch, heels to separate, tops of the feet down. So make sure your elbows are close to your side. Hands are right underneath your shoulders. Check and see. Forehead on the mat. Push into your hands first before you bring your head up and pull your shoulder blades away from your body up towards the sky. And then slowly start to rise. Looking straight down or a little bit forward. Keep the neck straight. Try to keep the wrinkles out of the neck. And exhale, slowly lower down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower down. This time we're gonna lift the hands, so don't go too high up if it's too much for you. Inhale, lift up. And lift your hands, float. Do you feel the Corona 15? Uh-huh. And exhale, lower down and rest. From here, tuck your toes under and rock your heels from side to side. Keep your toes tucked under, come to stillness and lift your knees. And lower them back down. And lift your knees. And lower back down. Good job. Come up to forearms and elbows again. So walk your elbows 1 inch behind your shoulders. 1 inch underneath you. Spread your hands out. Tuck your toes under. Inhale, lift your hips. Exhale, lower them halfway. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. So move with the breath. Do your 15. Maybe your 15 or 5. That's okay. Whatever works for you today. 30, 40, 80. Woo, we're going. 100. Lower down, hand over hand, crocodile rest. Place your hands underneath. We're going to shift ourselves back into pose of a child. You can do knees together or wide knees. Shift up, shift back, and shift yourself back. So staying right here where you are, just lift your head and lift your elbows. Lift your head and lift your elbows. Arms are extended. We're gonna thread the needle from here. Take your left hand underneath your right shoulder, thread it underneath, walk it as far as you can, and lower your left ear back down. Bottoms are sitting back. Right arm is extended. Inhale, come back up. Extend your left arm. Thread your right arm and go right through. Trying to look underneath your left arm. And inhale, slide, bring that hand back. Coming up into table pose, modify it for yourself as you need. And rock your hips from side to side. So pushing the tops of the feet down, you're going to extend your right leg back and draw your toes down. Draw your hip down. Right leg extended. If it doesn't want to go all the way up, place your toes to the mat. And they're going to bring your left arm alongside your ear. So counter that traction, extend through the left arm, extend through the right heel. And exhale, lower down. And switch it out. Extend the left leg back. Draw your toes down. And then extend the right arm alongside the ear. Honor your body, listen to your body, do what's right for you. And exhale, release. Keep your knees bent. You're going to start to walk your hands out and drop your forehead to the mat, coming into puppy pose. So hips stay up, in line with the knees. Got to bring the forehead to the mat. And if you can, pull your forearms up off the mat. Try not to let the forearms rest or elbows rest. Lower the right hand down next to your face. Slide your left hand next to your face. Lift yourself back up. Tuck your toes under. Walk your hands back next to your hips. And bring your knees up. Get a little plantar fasciitis stretch here. Pull the knees down. You can walk one hand at a time. I know it's hard. When people are walking, cars are moving, they're swimming over there, they're playing basketball over there. Bring your hands into prayer. Maybe. And then you're gonna bring your hands to the mat, flip your heels down, rappel up your own legs. Walk yourself up. You guys mowing over there. Good morning. Inhale the arms up. Exhale the hands into prayer. Inhale the arms up. Exhale the arms into prayer. So we're going to start with our feet together, revolve prayer. We're going to come into a squat. The goal here is to not let the knees go past the toes. So bend your knees a lot. If the knees are going forward, push the hips back. We're going to take one elbow, you pick one with what you're dealing with. One elbow down, maybe bring the shoulder down, maybe flip the fingers to face your torso. Turn and look. Take a deep inhale breath if you like. Open up the prayer, bring the arms out, up. Or hold on to the ground if the wind gets too much. And bring the hands back into prayer. Inhale, come back to center. Keep that squat. Pull your navel up and in and turn to the other side. Take a deep inhale breath. Deep exhale. Open up your arms. And exhale, come back to center. Inhale, slowly come back up. Press your legs together. Tuck your toes under. Push your hips forward. And straighten up. Good job. Separate your feet. Take a deep inhale breath. Exhale, bend your knees. Same thing, other side. Start where you were first time. Roll to the side. So once you get that elbow there, try to get the shoulder to touch. And if that feels good, open up whatever you want to go, however you want to go into it. Bring yourself back around. Come halfway up, quads. Work to the other side. Draw yourself back. Open up, good job. And inhale back to center. Slowly come all the way back up. This time push your hips forward. 2 lawnmowers. Inhale the arms up overhead. And exhale into prayer. Separate your feet as wide as the mat. Push your hips forward. Sit down. Watch your knees. Switch to one side. Roll over. Beautiful. Try to get that shoulder to touch if you can. Inhale, come back to center. And exhale to the other side. Draw the breath in deep, stay there. Exhale the breath out, stay there. Inhale, come back up. Woo, do you feel it? Good job. Inhale the arms up overhead. Exhale. Take another deep inhale breath. Deep exhale. So we're going to come into Ardhajasana. Half moon. We saw the moon last night. We'll do half moon. That's one thing that's consistent, right? Step your left foot forward or right, wherever you want to go. You're going to bring one hand down. We're going to play with it here. So you're going to keep that leg down and find that extension first. Bring your hand to your hip. Keep the hand on your hip and lift the leg. Lower the leg back down. Lift the leg. Lower the leg back down. Lift the leg, and here, stay if you like, and extend the top arm if you like. you wish. Draw the breath in deep. Exhale the breath out. Step the right leg back, or back leg. Inhale, come all the way up. Bring your hands into prayer. And we'll do the other side. One hand on the hip. I know when you haven't done it for a long time with a class, it's harder, huh? Step your hand forward, bring it forward, lift the leg, lower the leg back down. Lift the leg as you feel comfortable or not. Lower it back down. Do what's right for you. Lift the leg, hold it this time, flex the foot if you like, and extend your top arm up. Draw the breath in. Exhale, bring the leg back and come all the way back up. Hands into prayer. Inhale the arms up overhead, extend and stretch. And exhale back into prayer. Close your eyes, calm your nervous system. And release. All right, I got your text messages. Crisscross your feet. So one reason the sciatic nerve flares up is from being sedimentary. This is one of the easy, quick standing way. Lean forward, work your hands down your legs, hold on, or come all the way down to the ground, and push the front knee into the back knee into the front knee. And if you want, you can interlace your elbows, drop your head, and hang. Rock your torso from side to side. You don't have to rock if you don't want to. Beautiful. Unwind, rappel back up your leg. Good job. Other side. The goal is to try to get your heels as far apart as you can, as many toes touching as you can. Hands on the hips, support your torso as you start to come down. Hand over hand, rock yourself from side to side. See if you can drop your head completely, let the spine, the vertebrae hang, top of the head to the ground, unless you have vertigo or glaucoma. Same thing, rocking, dropping, but no rolling. Release your hands, rock yourself back up, and unwind. Good job. So separate your feet hip width apart. Push your hips down. Inhale the arms out. And bring your hands into prayer at first. Hold here. So you can sit in a kindergarten chair. But don't bring your hips lower than your knees. Or a regular chair or a bar stool. But it's only 10 a.m. Okay, no judgment. Hold. And now you're going to lift your right heel as high as you can. And lower and lift your left. Keep the toe down, just lift the heel. And lower. And now maybe both. Good job. Lower back down and just lift your toes. Keep the knees bent. And inhale all the way back up. Lower your toes, hands up. And exhale your hands into prayer. Take a deep inhale breath, deep exhale. So Jane was here last week, but we're going to do dancer for her this week. Yeah, she's not here on the block. Right? So keep one foot down, your favorite foot down. Bend your leg and hold. If this doesn't work for you, just keep the toe down. Bring your knees together, extend your top arm up. Exhale, forward fold. Find that extension, reach out. Push out with your foot, extend through the top arm. And inhale, come back up. Exhale down. Inhale the arms up overhead. Exhale the hands into prayer. And the other side. Bend your knee. Top arm up. Exhale, forward fold. So you're going to continue to play with it. For those of you online, it's your Shavasana time, but not these guys. Taking a deep inhale breath, close your eyes down, lie down. Moisten your mouth, soften. Namaste.